So it's the festive season. I mean, tomorrow is Christmas, and what better way to help you enjoy your Christmas and to let you know that the police is on hand and ensuring that everywhere you're covered on every side, or as much as possible, even though you have your own responsibility as a citizen to also look out and be security conscious. I'm being joined in the studio by Benjamin Hundeyin, Force Public Relations Officer and Chief Superintendent of Police of Nigeria Police Force. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
Good evening. So we're listening to the Commissioner of Police, the FCT. I know you're not of the FCT, but you all work together. So the data he reeled out, the successes he reeled out, and according to the report from our correspondent there, and other successes. Let's start with those reports between October and December. That's what he gave there. This is Christmas. And some will say that around this period, there's usually an increase in the crime rate. What's the police planning?
Thank you very much. The Ember months naturally experiences increased human movement, increased transactions, increased vehicular movements. Everything is increased during the Ember period. So it's natural that crime and criminality too might want to go up. So, and this is something we expected, because this is not the first time we would provide security for Yuletide, for Ember months. We know the trends, we know the statistics. So long before now, we started planning for this. The IGP Kayode Egbetokun actually met with Assistant Inspectors General of Police, Commissioners of Police, and gave them directives to ensure maximum deployment of officers, of operational assets, and other resources towards ensuring that the increased activities during the months don't translate to increased crime.
Indeed. It's really interesting, but let's look at it from this side. Now, at one time, the president gave a directive that police on personal protection should be withdrawn. So does that mean that we have more numbers to deploy now, even in the face of the security concerns?
Oh, definitely. That directive has been complied with. Many officers have been withdrawn. As I speak now, many of them are undergoing training.
Undergoing training again?
Yes, because they've become sort of experts in VIP protection.
Okay.
So I want to redeploy them to very strategic units like School Protection Squad, SPS. We want to take some of them to the northeast. So they need to kind of, in quotes, recalibrate their brains to move away from VIP protection to protection for the populace. So they're undergoing training, just a few weeks.
But you've had some backlash or some reactions from some VIPs who feel that they need this police protection. In fact, someone actually said that he's not coming to Nigeria unless he has police protection. So how do you handle this kind of reaction?
Yes, so in fact, since that directive was given, or since the withdrawal, we have received loads of applications for police protection, loads of them. And what we simply do is to forward everything to the civil defense. So the civil defense is capable. They will provide the much needed security they want.
I would want you to, if okay, just listen to this. A senator of the Federal Republic was reacting to the withdrawal of this funds. I think Senator Ningi, if we could have that sound on tape, let's hear what the senator said there.
Mr. President, I'm coming after they have withdrawn my only orderly. I saw 2 convoys of ministers, and they were carrying lots of security personnel. I have also seen business concern, Chinese and other business concern. I cannot ever imagine that a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who has been here for a very long time, only one orderly, and he is withdrawn, and nothing will happen. Like I said earlier, Mr. President, I have no problem, but let it be done across the board.
The police orderlies that were withdrawn from the senators is of concern to us, and I will raise the issue, and we're dealing with that, in the formal line, so everything will be done. We're on top of the situation. But in respect of those, the fact that the directive of Mr. President being flouted, where you have the class of persons that he just said, singers, businessmen, and what have you, having policemen. the chairman of the Police Affairs Committee should take up this matter, conduct a proper investigation, and let us know why is the directive of Mr. President being flouted.
Okay, so
how do I respond?
I don't know how you respond to this. I mean, if singers, artists and business concerns, and he mentioned Chinese personnel are going around with policemen. Is that what's obtainable?
So the question is, what he's talking about? Is it the current reality or what used to be?
That's what he said. After,
is that post-directive?
That's what he said then,
no,
post-directive.
That's not correct. Now, after the directive was given, we commenced withdrawal of policemen from private individuals.
Okay.
We did not touch those of ministers. So I'm sure that's when...
that's when he saw what he said.
Okay. But a few weeks after, or just like a week after, we got clearer directive from the president saying even ministers should be included. And yes, we did withdraw from ministers. Okay. So you wouldn't hear somebody saying, no, he still saw minister with a truckload of police officers. And there is one other issue there that I'm trying to... What other issue? I'm trying to...
No, it was just that where even the Deputy Senate President talked about the fact that...
Okay, yes, the Chinese. Yes, you mentioned it, the Chinese. Now, we need to understand that the withdrawal is from VIPs, individuals, not critical infrastructure, not sites. VIPs are human beings, not sites. So, for example, oil fields that police have been guarding, they would remain there.
Okay.
Banks that police are guarding, they would remain there. These are of economic importance. Imagine withdrawing police from all banks and there's chaos and anarchy. So if you go to a mining site, for example, you see some Chinese people and you see some police people guarding the site, providing security for the site. At the site.
So they do not move with the Chinese personnel.
It would be wrong to conclude that you saw police with some Chinese people. So we need to get that clarification right.
Okay, so what if a citizen sees a policeman moving a Chinese person? What should they do? Just take a picture and send it to you?
Oh, definitely. They need to call our attention to that. Like I said earlier, not here, previously, that such a policeman is on illegal duty.
Okay. The other side of it is, and since we're still talking about police personnel and what they're meant to do, I know that part of the directive of the president was recruitment. Is that happening?
Yes. The forms are out. The site is open right now. It hasn't closed and people are applying. 50,000 police officers to be recruited.
Wow.
That's going on.
Is the police also considering like what we find in other climes where you have like reserves? I mean, those who have retired and are still willing to serve, are they being considered for certain roles?
We haven't got to that stage, but what we're doing now, our retired officers are being brought in for this particular recruitment exercise as trainers to come and imbibe in the new ones the quality policing culture.
Okay.
So after that, we might now think of reserves, but we haven't got that.
Let me ask you two questions, double barrel now, real quick. So one is, in terms of, yes, you talked about more personnel are being deployed in this festive period. Would their welfare be catered for adequately? Because sometimes that's a problem, where some feel like, they can get something extra from this individual, so let's hang around this individual, and then they're supposed to be watching another area and they don't go there. That's on one side. So the question of welfare, would that be adequately catered for? And then the second question is, what message would you have for Nigerians and indeed those watching you out there?
Well, talking about welfare, we need to get it right. This is not like Anambra election where we had to move policemen from other states to Anambra. The talk of welfare came up there because you're actually taking them away from their base. This time around, we are not moving people around the country.
Okay.
People are at their stations. We are just saying more people out there than necessary, than usual.
Okay.
You know, usually you go into the station, you see, let's say 10 police officers, and maybe on the road, maybe another 10. So what we're saying now is that, in fact, if possible, just have 3, 4 left in the station, more visibility, more people out there. So there is no special need for welfare. It's not like we're taking people out of their jurisdiction. Yes. What was the second
message? A Christmas message. What's the other message? What's the message the Nigeria Police Force has for Nigerians?
Yes. First of all, we want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. And we'd like to let you know that security is actually everybody's business. It's a collective responsibility. So if you see something, please say something to enable us to take proper action. Thank you.
If I say something, there's no I'm covered, right? I will not be harassed.
Oh, in fact, we would appreciate you for saying something and saving people's lives.
Well, you heard that. It says they will appreciate you. What kind of appreciation would that be? Thank you so much for coming in today, Mr. Benjamin Hundeyin, Force Public Relations Officer and the Chief Superintendent of the Police of Nigeria Police Force. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
All right.